This is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have a very special treat for you. I often get, hey John, what juicer is the best juicer? And if you've seen any of my videos, you'll know that, I don't necessarily say there's one best juicer overall, but you know what? There's a best juicer for you, and the best juicer is gonna be the juicer that's gonna juice the best and do the best at what you want to juice. Everybody has different juicing ideas and different juicing needs. Some people want to juice things like greens and green leaves. Some people want to juice things like carrots over here. Some people want to juice cucumbers. Some people want to juice tomatoes. Some people want to juice ginger. Some people want to juice apples. I mean, so many different kinds of produce to juice. So what kind of juicer do you get? Well, you want to get the juicer that's going to best juice the produce that you will most likely and most often juice. So say, for example, you want to juice a lot of carrots and cucumbers, and you don't want to really do a lot of the leaves, but you want to do some celery, but you'll do some leaves sometimes. That's where the Big Mouth, Omega Big Mouth BMJ330 comes in. That juicer is going to be very good at juicing some of the big, harder, firmer vegetables, and not necessarily the leafy greens. It'll also do good with the apples as well. Some of the softer fruits might not do so well in that machine. The next machine over here is the Omega Vert VRT350 HD. This is the heavy duty model. And this model is probably pretty much good for everything this one is for, plus the leafy greens. This one also is a little bit more expensive than this guy over here. This guy, and there's pros and cons to each juicer as well. So the juicing's time. This juicer runs at 10,000 RPMs, which is revolutions per minute, or how fast it runs and spins. That juicer is going to juice really fast. You're going to be done really quickly. That's the benefit, and the negative to that is that it tends to oxidize the juice a little bit more. So, just because juice is oxidized, does that mean it's bad and we shouldn't drink it? Absolutely not. Any juice you make with a juicer fresh in your own kitchen is way better than any canned or bottled juice, and definitely better than a coffee or soda or anything else you're gonna drink. So, don't even worry about the oxidation. If you are one of those health nuts, then you might wanna go with one of these two machines that run at a lower RPM, that run at 80 RPMs, or revolutions per minute. So it's a much slower speed. It basically also is quieter. So, if you're having to make juice in the morning with your family asleep, one of these machines might be better option because it is quiet. It won't sound like an airplane taking off in your kitchen, which I've had some people say before. So the benefits of these are that they run a little bit slower, but the yield may be a little bit less. And I get that question a lot, John, how much does each machine yield? So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do yield testing. And for simple yield testing, I like to get the pre-weighed 1 pound bag of baby carrots. So we have 3 bags of these baby carrots. We're gonna simply put 1 bag through each of the machines, and you'll get to see in real time how long each juicer takes to juice 1 pound of baby carrots. And then you'll get to see, number 2, what is the yield of each juicer. First, we're gonna take the bag of baby carrots. We're gonna open them up, and we're gonna go over to our Big Mouth juicer. This is the Omega BMJ330. We're gonna turn this juicer on. There we go, runs at a high speed, a little bit loud. We're just gonna dump all these carrots in there. As you can see, the machine is pretty much self-feeding. I'm not even using the pusher. Now we're gonna have to push the last bit in. Alright, so that's it. That's how fast and easy it is to juice 1 pound of baby carrots in the Omega Big Mouth juicer. We have an empty bag here. Let's put that to the side. Next, we're going to use the Omega Vert 350 HD model. Now, this is the same as the Vert 330 model, but this has the upgraded screen that is 8 times stronger. And it also comes in the nice silver and black color instead of the white color. So let's go ahead, turn on the Omega Vert, and you'll immediately notice how much more quiet this machine is. And I like the quiet machines. Much more quiet. I can easily talk over this. We're going to simply put a couple carrots in at a time. It's very important when you're using the Omega Vert juicer not to overload the machine. So as fast as we can put them in, it'll chew them up. But you know what? You want to give this machine time to work. It doesn't work on the same principle as a centrifugal ejection machine. You need to take your time and slow down when you're juicing with the Omega Vert juicer. If you do try to juice too quickly in the Omega Vert juicer, it may back up on you, which is definitely a sign that you're juicing too quickly. So, as I said, each juicer has its pros and cons. If this was the Omega Big Mouth, we'd already be done juicing. It's going to take a little bit longer in this juicer to juice. But what are the benefits? Well, the benefits are you're going to have a higher quality juice because there's going to be less oxidation. Oxidation is caused when the cell walls break open. So, when you cut open an apple and leave it on your counter for a little bit, it'll turn brown. Well, as soon as you juice anything, the cell walls are exposed and the juice will start to oxidize. So we want to drink the juice as soon as possible after it's made, so that the least oxidation can set in, and even use the juicer that's going to oxidize the juice the least. The other thing I'd like to say is you want to juice the highest quality produce you can get. So grow it yourself, go to your farmer's market, get the freshest quality produce that's already going to be really high and have the most nutrition, and then you're going to lose the least amount of nutrition using a slower RPM juicer. So there we go, that's this bag there, all done with that. That is the Omega Vert 350 HD juicer. Next, let's go over here to the Omega 8006 Nutrition Center. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. Once again, this is a slow RPM juicer, or low RPM juicer. Runs at a slow 80 RPMs. This one even has a smaller feed chute, so that's the other thing. This one has a 3-inch wide feed chute. This one has probably about a 3-inch wide, about a 1 1/4 inch or so. This one has basically like a 1.5 inch circle. So this, we're literally going to just drop a couple carrots in at a time, and you can see them go in there and get juiced. Pretty much, we're not having to really push, but we may have to get that pusher out to push on it a little bit. And because the carrots actually feed in a lot slower on this machine, it's just going to take longer to juice. So as you can see, each juicer has their pros and cons. So we're going to feed more carrots into this and just let it juice away. One of the benefits actually to the low RPM juicer, or the Omega 8006 juicer, is that it does do actually better job with, say, something like wheatgrass than the vertical auger juicer. It tends to yield a little bit more and create less foam. And that's the other thing, with every juicer will create some level of foam. The foam depends on the kind of juicer you're using and also the produce that you're juicing. Some produce, like leafy greens, tend to foam a little bit more than, say for something like carrots, for example. So if you are getting a lot of foam on your juicers with the low RPM juicers, and you're juicing a lot of leaves, you might want to juice some leaves and then juice some carrots and then juice some more leaves. And always rotate what you're putting into the juicer. So this is working really well. We're getting a lot of pulp here. And the other thing is, each juicer will make pulp that's either, drier or wetter, and that's just how it is, depending on the produce being used and the juicer once again. So we're going to take a look at the pulp once we're done here. And it's going to be really revealing and interesting. The other thing I'd like to mention about all these machines on the table are that these Omega machines have long warranties. And I really believe that people should buy a juicer that has a long warranty. After all, a juicer is an investment, and it's an investment in your health. And that's why hopefully you're buying it to better your health. So these two machines here have a 10-year warranty. And actually the Omega 8006 juicer or nutrition center has a 15-year warranty. That's the longest warranty in the juicing industry. So you're guaranteed for 15 years of continuous service with your Omega 8006 juicer. Why buy an extended warranty, when your juicer has such a long warranty to begin with? So I encourage everybody when shopping for a juicer to compare the warranty and to get a juicer with a long warranty from the get-go instead of having to buy an extended warranty. Also, this shows faith that the company has, faith in their product, that it's going to work that long. And Omega has been in the juicing business for many years, at least 30 years, and they'll be here for many years to come to support that warranty, and that's something else that's very important. So we just finished up juicing the 1 pound of carrots in the Omega 8006 Nutrition Center. We're going to go ahead and turn that off. We're going to let that drip for a second. The other secret on these machines is you always want to tip the machine up a little bit. And you may get, we're getting a couple extra drops of juice here out of the Omega Vert 350. And definitely in the Omega Big Mouth 330, we're definitely going to get a bunch more juice come out. And if you didn't do this, it would definitely fall on your kitchen countertop. Let's, next, this one we can't really tip up too much. We can try to tip it a little bit. And there you go. So both these juicers, we use the same collection cup to show how similar they are. And this one, we can't actually fit this one underneath, so we got the same collection cup. Once again, we're just going to simply pour the juice into there. All right, so there's is the results. Let's go over the pulp really fast. So the pulp here is just basically shredded. I'm seeing some, bits of carrots that actually didn't get ground up. It's pretty dry. This pulp here is, pretty much all gone through, and this pulp here is, pretty dry as well, as you can see. So next, let's compare the yields on the 3 different juicers. We're gonna come around on the front of the table here so you can get a nice shot and put these all next to each other. And on a level surface, we could take a look and see which one yielded more. The Omega Big Mouth juicer actually looks like it yielded probably about, 9 ounces of juice. The Omega VRT330 probably yielded about 8 ounces of juice. And the same with the Omega 8006 also yielded about 8 ounces of juice. So as you can see, the Omega Big Mouth was more efficient when juicing the carrots, just 1 pound, but they are all basically about 8 ounces of juice for 1 pound of carrots, and that's about the baseline, and that's how much most juicers get out of carrots. So you can see that this juicer made about 9 ounces of juice, and both these juicers made 8 ounces of juice. But the next thing is, to test the juice. Some juicers will put more pulp or less pulp in the juice, and some people may like more pulp, some people may not like as much pulp. Oh, and the other thing is, this juicer did tend to create a little bit more foam. So I'm going to try each of these juices, and we'll let you know how they taste. That's some good carrot juice. So that was pretty fine. I didn't feel a lot of texture or a lot of pulp in the juice. Wow. So that was pretty fine too. I tasted a little bit of texture in the juice. Wow. So that was good too. So for Pulp Freeness, so actually I'd say the Omega Big Mouth juicer had the least amount of pulp, then followed by the Omega 8006 juicer had, more pulp than the Big Mouth, followed by the Omega Vert 350 HD juicer had a little bit more pulp. So you can see all 3 of these juicers did a great job juicing the carrots. They're, pretty much the same yield. If you want to get more yield, you go with the Omega Big Mouth juicer. You're going to get, 1 ounce extra. And that 1 ounce can add up over time, but if we did the same test with some leafy greens in the Big Mouth, actually it would yield less than these 2 machines. So every juicer, there's pros and cons. Certain juicers tend to handle things better than others. And the main benefit of juicing overall is to be able to get more fresh fruits and vegetables into your diet. There's a recent study that came out last year. Only 25% of Americans ate 3 servings or more of vegetables a day. And that's ridiculous. We all need to eat more vegetables, and the juicers allow you to do just that really easily. I mean, easily this is like, about a cup of juice here, and drink 1 cup of juice, that's 1 serving. You make, 3 cups of juice, that's your 3 servings a day. I mean, I encourage everybody to eat 5 to 9 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables a day. But you know what? The more the better. We want to get back to eating natural foods, and juicing is a way to get more of those natural foods back into your diet. So hope you've enjoyed this juice off between the Omega Vert 350 HD, the Omega Big Mouth juicer, and the Omega 8006 Nutrition Center. Once again, this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.